Hey everybody, welcome. We are back. This is the Manifold Promotional League Season 1. We've got the Group 2 Rebound match. I am Brad, here as always with Adam. Adam, who do we have today?
Hey everyone, how's it going? We've got Aaron versus Bailey. Our first deck list we're going to look at here is Aaron's Mono Blue Sacrifice deck. So this is one in which Djoln is going to find you exactly what pieces you need, and Ramorand, once you play them, is going to sacrifice them. The deck is full of things that want to be sacrificed and things that sacrifice other things.
If you've watched some of the Eurus gameplay, this is going to look similar to that, but he starts with more health, he starts with more dice, so he's going to cheat a whole lot less.
Yeah.
A lot more of the objects that he plays that stick around are going to matter.
Like Djoln's Monastery, which will play a lot of the cards in his deck, which should be nice if he gets it in play. On the other side of the table, we've got Bailey with a mono green Revon Lostran event discard stuff deck.
So this is really cool. We've got mono green against mono blue. We've got Mystic versus Wild. This deck plays Cujo. I think it's the only deck in the round of 32 that's playing Cujo.
Yeah.
Cujo rolls 3 dice on his own, but even more than that, when he comes into play, he puts a red counter on every Eidolon you control. And this deck has Roaring Fire, it has Rumble of the Grotto, it has Ignis Fatuus. There's some potential for some really swingy plays involving Cujo.
Yeah, and a lot of the rest of the deck is stuff like Take Cover to get you to the point where, to help you survive until you play your Cujo.
And this is the Rebound match, which means the winner gets to go to the Survivor match to try and get to the round of 16, and the loser has to scrap in the Dead Man bracket to see if they get any chance to stay alive in this tournament.
Exactly.
All right. We've got the Monastery versus the Mountain. Let's see who wins.
Awesome. All right, here we are down at the table. Our players are set up. I think Bailey's going to be taking the first turn here. And while our players are setting up and getting ready, it would really help us if you guys went down and liked this video. The purpose of this series is to get people into Manifold and seeing what it is, and liking and subscribing is the best way for you to help us get it in front of more people.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like what we're doing, that's the best way you can support us.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Roaring Fire will be the first play here for Bailey. Start us off. Roaring Fire activates another support character or Eidolon when activated. So it kind of just tacks on to whatever you were already going to activate, adding a little bit of tempo in there.
And he himself is an Eidolon, so when you're looking at cards like Ancient Awakener or Cujo that need Eidolons in play to be at full value, the first couple rounds, if Bailey can get an Eidolon in play, that means in round 3, Cujo can be an absolute monster.
Absolutely. So Aaron will play an Augur's Auspice, just a little piece of food for his Ramorand, and Bailey will play a Relic Seeker looking at 3 cards from the top of his deck. Looks like he put a character and an attachment into his discard, neither of which are good events for Revon or Lolostran.
Right. And so there's just a little bit of tension when you're making this Relic Seeker play. Do you want to leave a card that you want to draw on top of your deck, or do you want to get rid of all of those so that you can continue to discard more cards to look for the events that you're looking for?
Sure. It did look like there was a Rumble of the Grotto left on top of Bailey's deck, and Rumble is great.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing to make sure that you have a quality turn next turn.
Absolutely. Turn next round.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. This Relic Seeker activation will discard a card off of Aaron's deck off of Revon's trigger. Revon, whenever Bailey activates a Druid, you choose a player and discard top card of their deck. And hitting the Ascended here is actually really good. So Aaron will play a Cathedral Lookout, but the Ascended is really interesting in this matchup.
Yeah, so the Ascended costs 2 less, so it costs 4 if there are 6 or more characters among all discards. And this is a big part of why Aaron is playing Djoln in this deck, so that he can discard characters so we can discount his Ascended.
Yeah.
Well, Bailey has put 4 cards from players' decks into the discards, and 3 of them have been characters.
Yeah, so any the second and third Ascendeds here from Aaron will be much cheaper and very solid.
But one of them is already answered.
Exactly.
If we assume you need to beat every card in your opponent's deck.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, looks like Bailey has played all his cards for the round. He's still got 1 gem, but I don't know that will be a card to play.
Yeah, Relic Seeker might be the only 1-cost character in his deck, and we've already seen 2 of them.
Yeah. And so activating Lolostran here without an event in his discard just means Bailey will be down to resolving dice and digging in. Aaron, on the other hand, has both his heroes and 2 gems left up.
And
So
Aaron did something pretty unconventional here in that he spent a bunch of his gems before he activated his Djoln.
sure.
A lot of times you want to see the additional cards so that you have more information before you commit your gems.
Yeah.
So Aaron's probably got a way to spend all 5 of his gems that he's committed to.
Yeah. If Aaron just looks at his opening hand and sees 5 gems that he wants to spend, like, sure, that's fine. Not activating Djoln first is fine. Looks like Ramorand will be sacrificing the Cathedral Lookout, creating a Sentinel. And that's kind of cool because Cathedral Lookout, the initial body, is probably worse than the Sentinel itself. So sacrificing to roll yellow off of Ramorand is kind of upgrading your board as opposed to downgrading like you'd expect.
Yeah, every once in a while with Ramorand decks, you don't have anything you want to sacrifice because you're trying to continue to grow. But the Lookout in particular, the robot is better than the old man.
Yes. And that's a good life lesson for all of you out there. When in doubt. Sentinel here will deal 1 damage to Ravon, and Bailey will resolve a modify, turning that red dice into 2 damage.
So Bailey's going to hit pretty hard. Looks like probably 6 damage.
Yep, looks like. And Aaron will play an Eternal Listeners. So Eternal Listeners is just a 2-cost guy that rolls purple. One of the nice parts about this for Aaron is that it costs 2, which means he can play it off of a Djoln's Monastery.
Yeah, so Djoln's Monastery is a big part of why Aaron built the deck list the way he built it.
Ooh.
It on activation, you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can play a character from among them with this playing 2 sapphires towards it.
Yes.
A lot of times it's hard to spend those 2 sapphires in the first round. But between Federation Battle Mage, Augur's Auspice, Eternal Listeners, Cathedral Lookout, and Martyr for the Old Gods.
Lots of options.
Yeah, Aaron is optimized around the Monastery.
Absolutely. So this normally medium card, the Eternal Listeners, fits a very important role in this deck. So while we were chatting about that, Bailey tactical rerolled into maximum damage, which is awesome. So it looks like that's 6 damage dealt to Djoln right now, and 3 damage waiting in the wings.
And that's a huge swing.
Hit.
So yes, that tactical reroll was worth 4 damage.
Yeah.
1 card.
3.
Okay.
Because he rerolled the black damage into damage. I think maybe it was a black modifier draw or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
there was something on it, but not maximum.
Yeah.
damage.
So now, now Aaron was looking fine. Like, I'm gonna take 6 damage, and instead he's taking 9,
which is like not that different, but it's enough. It's enough different that now this is scary for Aaron. So we've got looks like 3 damage being dealt to Djoln here. Either way, Aaron has a bunch more dice to modify and reroll and all that kind of stuff. So Bailey will end up finishing out the round with being the first to dig in.
So Bailey resolved 2 damage, stranding a mental damage in their pool. And a reason that you see that often is to answer a shield.
Yeah, which Aaron does have in his pool.
And so really, the vast majority of the time you see that when you're scrapping over a dig in, and you know I just resolved on my 2s, now they're going to dig in. Mm-hmm. I don't think that that's where we are here.
I mean, if Aaron just shields 1 and Bailey takes off the shield, that's probably a better place to be than if
that's what's happening.
Damage.
So there was a conversation about Bailey trying to deal the mental damage to the Sentinel.
Oh, sure.
And being informed damage dice only go at heroes.
Sure. Okay, so Djoln will end up taking the 9 damage. It all worked out just the same anyway.
Yep, and it, quote unquote, wasted an action of Bailey's. Oh, this actually matters. What happened here?
Aaron modified his yellow dice into 2 rend, and that was the last 2 cards in Bailey's hand.
Yeah, so we saw the Relic Seeker and the Roaring Fire were played. Yep. 1 card was tactical rerolled, and then rend 2 makes 5.
Yeah, that's 5 cards. So Bailey will be going into round 2 without any cards. Well, drawing 2 cards, but without any cards kept from round 1. And that takes a chunk out of Aaron's damage potential. That's like 2 or potentially more of the tactical reroll damage not dealt. And instead, Aaron, I think that, I mean, don't get me wrong. Rending the last 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, great idea. Good job, Aaron. But it looks like Aaron's going to be dealing 4 damage after taking off the shield here. So it'll be 5 damage dealt to 9, which is a pretty sizable chunk.
Yeah, that's enough of a delta that if there's another, relatively typical round next round, we could find Djoln being defeated and Ravon surviving.
Yeah, if both heroes survive, that's fine for both players. If both heroes die, that's probably fine for both players. But if one dies and the other one doesn't, that's huge. That is monumental. I mean,
It's
just
3
one-
dice, but it matters quite a bit.
Yeah, it matters enough to talk about. All
Oh, so Bailey was living off the top of his deck because he had all his cards rented.
Yeah.
But last round with the Relic Seeker, he
Oh,
left
yeah.
a chunky 4-drop on top.
We know that Rumble of the Grotto is here. Okay, great.
Yeah, so that
fine.
bails him out in a big way.
Yeah.
There's a chance when you have no cards in hand that you're going to draw 2 cheap,
Removal cards that don't have a target.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you draw Return to Soil, Staff of Striking Earth, and you're like, I guess I'm adding a single red dice to my board.
Yeah.
But the Rumble that's a full a
Nice.
full round.
Yeah, so 4 gems immediately spent by Bailey, and Aaron's going to activate the Sentinel for 1 damage in response.
Oh, and the Rumble is another Eidolon.
Yes, it is. That's good for Roaring Fire. That's good for Cujo if that ever comes up. This is a good place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fine round for Bailey. And being up on damage from round 1, even though I would say that Aaron's board is a little better at the very end of round 1 than Bailey's was at the end of round 1, just playing a Rumble of the Grotto is excellent. I think Bailey has a better board and better damage position right now before Aaron plays something. But what will Aaron play?
This costs
Ooh.
5. Oh.
I like 5. Hey, that's a Djoln's Monastery in Aaron's hand. Very
Okay,
nice.
yeah. We talked about this card already twice now. So good thing it's actually rearing its head.
Yes. Yeah, it's not the most commonly played card because it's a little fragile for its cost and you need to kind of build your deck around it, but Aaron did build his deck around it, so it's going to be excellent here probably.
So this card costs 5 and it only rolls 1 premium and 1 boon,
Mhm.
which is basically a whole premium dice below rate.
Yes.
But what it gives you in return is a 2 gem rebate on objects every round.
on a free card.
Right? So if you get 1 good activation with it, it's statted like a Roaring Fire.
Mhm.
If you get 2 good activations with it, it's like a Federation Battle Mage that didn't need to sack anything.
Perfect.
And then 3 activations and it's free. It's just
even
all
better than
upside.
that. Both of those times it also drew your card.
Yeah.
So yeah, card is excellent when it hits, and it hopefully will hit, and we'll see later this round whether or not it does.
So Bailey only has 2 gems up. So
Sure.
there is no card in Bailey's deck, or actually in Tyrant Sentinels, that can kill Djoln's Monastery for 2 gems.
Yeah, one of the nice parts about this tournament, playing Djoln's Monastery in this tournament, is that you get to see your opponent's deck list at a random Friday night Manifold event. You're going to potentially be running into people that have random bits of removal that will hit your monastery and you're kind of scared of it, but here Aaron can be positive.
Yeah, well, and Aaron knows that there's a Return to Soils in
Yes.
Bailey's deck, and so getting the Monastery in at a time where you're gonna get to use it is a pretty good way to slip this card in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see an Ascended and a couple other cards going to the bottom of Aaron's deck.
So that's 2 Ascendeds
It's
down.
2 Ascendeds down, but the more he activates his Djoln's Monastery, the more likely it'll be that he sees another one.
So Djoln's Monastery, we've been talking about it a lot. This card is going to have a sweeping impact on this game because Aaron's a little behind, but he's going to get a little bit ahead every round here.
Yes.
So the longer this game goes, the further ahead Aaron is. So the absolute best case scenario for Aaron here is both Ravon and Djoln live. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the best scenario would be Ravon dies and Djoln lives.
Or Bailey just concedes.
Okay,
But
all right,
anyway,
you're right.
The point is, just trading off a bunch of shields for damage is a good place for Aaron to be.
But even if both Ravon and Djoln die here, I like Aaron's position.
Sure.
I think it's only if Djoln dies and Ravon lives that Aaron's going to find himself in the kind of hole you can't climb out of.
Yeah, I agree. And Aaron is going to take your advice, my advice, one of our advices, and modify into shields. So Aaron will have just a bunch of shields. Djoln, unless Bailey has a Witchfire to take off the shield and then just kill Djoln immediately, swiftly. I think Djoln is surviving this round with that many shields.
That seems likely.
Mhm.
In addition to that, Ramorand could be sacrificing this Revenant,
Yeah.
but it can't do it now, so it's not doing it this round.
So that's not. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a world in which if Aaron really wanted to trade Djoln for Ravon,
Sure.
I think he could have made that happen.
Yeah. Take off Ravon's shield and then activate the Ramorand.
Yeah, and then your modify could have been to damage instead of into shield.
Mm-hmm.
But in that world, in this world,
Rend, yeah.
Aaron needs Djoln to survive.
Yeah, yes, I agree. So Aaron rolls 2 Rend, and Bailey then will immediately tactical reroll, because if he doesn't, then it'll just get rended anyway. And that return to soil is huge, because that would have been killing the Djoln's Monastery at the top of the round.
Oh, that's really interesting. So by rolling that Rend, Aaron bullied Bailey into taking a tactical reroll, and that tactical reroll might be presenting lethal on Djoln.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it rolled effectively 2 extra damage. Well, 1 black dice damage and 2 green, but it's just trading with the shield anyway, so.
Unless I'm missing something.
1 there.
If
Shield.
these all trade off,
1.
Djoln dies exactly.
Shield. Yeah. The green. No, he's got 1 extra shield. It's just 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
What's happening? Oh!
Neat.
Okay. So, since Bailey just had a pile of 2 damages, trading off a bunch of 2 damages into shields was less efficient than just resolving all the damage into Ramorand.
Okay.
And so he just resolved 8 damage into Ramorand, and then,
Okay, so 2 thoughts here. One, I tend not to like this play, because when you split your damage, you make your breakpoints worse, because you deal more damage, you don't kill a hero, you don't take your opponent's dice off the table.
Yeah.
However, Bailey did the math, Djoln wasn't dying.
Sure.
And so by trading efficiently against Aaron's shields, you still find yourself in a position where the hero probably dies next round.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I said if Djoln lives and Ravon lives, I like Aaron's position.
Mm-hmm.
I did not consider this as one of the possible.
Because this is just pure damage rate. This is just, like, if you're just talking about damage dealt, this is clearly Bailey winning here.
Yeah, both players are going to have both their heroes, which sounds pretty close, but both of Aaron's heroes are in the red.
Yeah.
I guess Ramorand is in the orange.
Yes, he is indeed. Aaron will not be killing Ravon this round, just based on those dice. He could, like, modify into 2 damage, energy to turn that draw into mental damage, take off the shield, deal 6, or draw 1 and hit for 4.
Knowing what kind of player Aaron is, I believe he's going to resolve this draw as draw.
Yeah, instead of 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that's really common for Magic players that are coming over to Manifold. Yes, nailed it. So it's really common for Manifold players that are coming into
Magic players.
Players coming into Manifold is you learn that you can resolve your dice to draw, and that's all you want to do.
Yeah.
And Aaron's a Lorcana player and an Overpower player, and drawing cards is as important or more important in that game than those games than they are in Magic.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. But in this game, it's really easy to turn your dice into cards, but it's really hard to turn your cards into dice without paying gems for it. And by dice, I mean damage, really. And so modifying into damage is usually better than modifying into draw, unless you need to spend your gems. Yeah, step 1 is spend all your gems. But,
okay, so at the end of round 2,
right.
Aaron has done 10 damage, and Bailey has done, is that 17?
I believe so, yes. But we were talking about Ravon versus Djoln, and now Djoln is healthier than Ravon.
Yeah, suck it, Ravon.
Bailey will start us off this round with a Roaring Fire activating a Rumble of the Grotto, and Aaron will start with the big Djoln's Monastery.
Yeah.
Reveal.
So from here,
Exciting.
You really want to flip an Ascended. You'd be happy with a Federation Inquisitor. You're happy with a 2 that rolls a premium. Like Internal Listeners here is just fine.
Is fine. Clothbound Apprentice is fine. It's worth.
If if he's picking the Clothbound Apprentice, he's probably planning on this being a Remembrance round.
Sure.
You want your trade off your Apprentice. I think there's already an Apprentice in the discard, actually.
Is there?
I'm not totally sure.
He might have discarded one. I'm not sure.
Or had it milled by Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh, Ancient Awakener.
Ancient Awakener is cool. Ancient Awakener will ready that Roaring Fire. which will then just be able to activate again and activate the Ancient Awakener at the same time.
Yeah, so it's not tremendous growth potential, but in the context of this round, this 3-cost object is rolling 2 premium dice and 1 boon dice.
That's real good.
Yeah, that's exceptional.
That's a good use of 3 gems.
Normally I would be surprised that he picked the Roaring Fire instead of the Rumble. Valuing the tempo and the red dice over the purple dice over the shield doesn't align with my perspective generally, except both his heroes are already shielded, and it's going to be a long while before Aaron resolves any damage.
Sure.
So Bailey would have had to have been really belligerent to actually get that shield.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I like just having the red dice here. Since Bailey is up in terms of like tempo and killing Aaron, red dice instead of purple dice here might be the difference between killing Ramorand or not, or something like. Well, okay, no. One of Aaron's heroes is dying this round. That's gotta happen.
But the extra red dice might mean killing both.
Might mean killing both. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we got a chance to see Staff of Striking Earth be pretty decent here.
Cool. Yeah, taking a shield off of Djoln. And that card is not played that often because usually you need to make sure it always takes off a shield, and sometimes there just isn't a good shield to remove. Here, very good. Red dice taking off a shield is exactly what Bailey's looking for.
One of my favorite applications for that card is actually taking shields off of my opponent's support objects.
Sure.
Because so often that's not worth a card.
Yeah.
And Staff of Striking Earth doesn't cost you a card to do that because you leaves behind the attachment that's going to roll dice for the rest of the game.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Let's see. So Aaron
found another shield.
He's found a shield, yeah.
I think he's got another cloth-bound apprentice in his hand.
Sure. Yeah, what else does he have? He's got a bunch of gems.
Bailey's choosing to put an Engulfing Stone back on top of their deck.
Sure.
With
Lolostrin.
Yeah, with Lolostrin. So if they do find themselves in a shootout, woo!
Speaking of shootout, Lolostrin will roll 6 damage.
Who taught him how to do that?
I thought he was a book guy. Okay.
And that's a second Monastery.
Second Djoln's Monastery. That's a huge use of 5 gems here for Aaron. So now, activating this, getting 2 gems out of it, playing something else, playing another character, Aaron's board is growing a lot.
And we've got one more Ascended, we don't know exactly where, but not in the bottom 5, not in our discard.
Yes. Wow. Okay, so 2 more damage, or 3 more damage and a modify here. Bailey might end the game this round.
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
I do think that Aaron has a Clothbound Apprentice in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Monastery found...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It doesn't look like Aaron did the Djoln's Monastery thing.
Yeah, I think he wanted a shield. He saw the blue dice.
He rolled a shield?
He got the shield, but he did not get the gem value out of that thing.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, well, he got a shield, and let's see how well he can survive this round. Because going into next round, activating Monastery will be able to play like an Ascended and a Revenant, and those will kill your opponent.
Yeah, there has to be a next round.
There does have to be a next round.
So right now...
Okay, so...
Bailey kills Djoln, modifies into 2 instances. So right now he's only dealing 3 damage to Ramorand after killing Djoln.
Yeah. Looks like Ramorand here will activate and sacrifice the Clothbound Apprentice. It's a little bit of a shame that he didn't activate and then sacrifice the Revenant to get 3 damage out here. But, I mean, if that just happens next round, then that's fine, too.
Bailey found 1 more instance of damage. It was a 1, but it's actually worth 2 damage with how these are going to break into shields.
Right. Yeah, he does need some amount of 1 damages just to poke through so that the 2 damages can do their job. Aaron
found another shield, though.
Yep.
Which I actually think the shields and the 1s now trade perfectly.
Sure. Oh, that's good for Bailey, I suppose. Energy here for Bailey will be Ravon's energy, putting an event on the bottom of Aaron's discard. Looks like it's Weave Shatter or Weave Shatter. Hey, look, he picked Weave Shatter. And that will roll a purple dice. And that was a draw?
That's a draw. So
sure.
That dice is still probably just getting modified.
Yeah, 2 modify into 4 damage is great.
But it becomes a 2 instead of being a 1.
Yes, it does. Aaron will respond with a purple energy of his own, the Eternal Listeners. 1 damage will take the shield off of Djoln, put it back.
I think we're going to do quite a bit of trading our ones for our shields.
Yep.
It looks like we're going to resolve our modify first.
Sure. I don't think Bailey has full end the game lethal here. 2/4.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's going to do
6, 2.
kill Ramorand and deal 2 damage to... Or sorry, kill Djoln and deal 2 damage to Ramorand.
Yeah. Okay. That's a fine enough place to be if you're Aaron. Aaron just needs to do as much damage as possible right now.
Yeah, you need to kill Ravon. You need to bring Lalostrin down into striking distance. And I don't know what striking distance is when you only have... You have 1 object that's going to roll 3 dice.
Yeah.
You have a Revenant?
Yeah.
So striking distance is like 10.
Yeah. Yeah. And something like activate the Revenant, activate Djoln's Monastery, finding a Federation Inquisitor, killing your Rumble of the Grotto, sacking the Revenant to deal 3 damage or whatever. That's like stuff like that can happen.
Yeah, and the fact that the Monastery is going to be able to be adding dice to the board while it's also making his proactive plays,
yes,
means that that card could get Aaron out of here.
Yes. So a tactical reroll here. I think it's a hard decision for Aaron between the Clothbound Apprentice and the Martyr for the Old Gods, because one of them is getting played this round, but the shield is very important. So I think Aaron just did a bunch of math and decided that, well, that reroll wasn't very good, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he decided, I'm not dead. I need to deal as much damage as possible.
And Martyr does more damage than Clothbound Apprentice. Yeah, I can believe that. I'm not sure which way is correct.
I think the Clothbound Apprentice's shield would have traded for a 2.
It would. But this is going to roll a 2 damage, you see.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah, and not every life point is the same, right?
Yes,
when you're down to 8 and your opponent's at 24, you certainly don't want to trade 8 for 8.
That is certainly true. That's certainly true. All right, so Djoln will go down here, and it looks like Bailey's going to do 4 damage to Ramorand, putting Ramorand to 4 health.
Yeah, that's a little pokier than I had thought when I'd done my math.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate roll for Aaron. Well, what can you do?
So Aaron's, I think, down to 1 card in their hand.
It's a Revenant, right?
Yeah, we just caught a glimpse of a Revenant.
Yeah, great. Okay.
So you probably just discard it and just live off the top of your deck.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where when you're behind, you need to get lucky. So you just assume you're going to get lucky and play like you're going to get lucky. Those are faces. What's that green one? Draw 1?
It's not great.
Ramorand can resolve some of these faces as damage.
Yeah, and that black draw 1 is pretty functional here. Just draw 1 and then tactical reroll again is what I'm thinking.
That's reasonable, but if you have Exaxes,
sure,
you could probably just do that.
Fair enough. Well, there's the draw.
I think we have better than Exaxes though.
All right, dig in. We'll go on the Roaring Fire.
Neat.
Very cool.
So something that Bailey could have done is just pass until Aaron deals damage to Bailey's hero, and then Bailey can dig in. But by digging in onto the Roaring Fire, he effectively gives up 1 health in order to protect his tempo-producing support for next round.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue one way or the other there, but the end result is Ravon is going to go down, and Aaron will be able to deal, what, like 2 damage to Lalostrin?
So we're going to be 14-4?
Yeah, and Aaron could, like,
he can also draw 1 and do that.
Yeah, he can both draw 1 and deal 2 damage. Seems okay.
But when you've got modifies and Ramorand's ability, it can be tough to figure out what it is these dice do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the secret skills is figuring out what your dice say.
Yeah, remember that Ramorand's energy ability says spend an energy, choose up to 2 dice, they both show mental damage right now. And so you can use energy and any other dice face to take off a shield. Okay, so he'll do use energy and a draw 1 or something for 1 damage to take off the shield, and then energy and 2 other ones for 2 damage.
Okay,
into round 4.
And Bailey's gonna start the round by activating Roaring Fire, activating Rumble, make 4 dice, shield Ravon.
Seems awesome.
That's
so sick.
That's really
Roaring
tough
Fire's
to come back from.
All right. That's not 4 damage.
Okay,
So
all right.
game's still going.
Aaron's not quite dead yet.
Yep. It's got to be Djoln's Monastery, right?
But that means even flipping an Inquisitor here is like,
Oh, sure.
it's what you want.
But rolling shields like that, rolling shield damage? Yeah. All right, we got 5 cards.
Yeah,
Inquisitor?
It's an Inquisitor,
big.
but like,
Aaron,
do you just blow up the Rumble, sack the Revenant, shoot for 3?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's easy. Just because sacking the Revenant here is good damage. He's gonna play a second Revenant.
Okay. If you have a Federation Battle Mage,
Okay,
then,
sure.
or if you flip a Federation Battle Mage off your next Monastery.
Oh, neat. That's an Earthbinder. Earthbinder gets to exhaust any support character. Nope. All right. Good.
Okay, sorry.
Support character will Earthbinder's still great. Taking off a red dice is very good here. Aaron, and it's a good attachment. It rolls red purple. That'll kill Aaron real quick.
Yeah, right. That's we kind of buried the lead there.
Yeah.
Lolostran's going to activate and he's going to roll 5 premium dice.
Yeah.
And any one of these could just mean Aaron's under the gun. The next action kills him.
Yep. Hey, look, another shield and another 1 damage. Just what you're hoping for off Djoln's Monastery. 5 cards here. Wow, he really did not find the 3rd Ascended, did he?
He did not.
All right, so 2 Martyrs in play, 2 Revenants in play. This is one of those things where last round, I really wish Aaron had sacrificed the Revenant, because now he's only got 1 sack outlet, and he's got 2 Revenants and 2 Martyrs.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And instead he ate Clothbound Apprentice, which, doesn't
cheap.
do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you actually wanted to extract all of the yield that you had invested into playing your Revenant in the first place.
Yeah, because now he doesn't have time, the time or the amount of ways to sacrifice guys.
Bailey failed to present lethal in 1 action.
2 actions, though. That's I believe that's 3 damage just off camera and then 1 on the green dice there.
Yep. And then the green mental can take off this shield. There's another shield.
Roaring Fire here for Bailey is going to be the last card in his hand. That plus a modify and a draw for tactical reroll. Like, Bailey will get enough dice to kill Aaron this round.
I think that was the last card in Bailey's hand.
Oh no. Is it possible that Bailey doesn't kill Aaron here?
Because Bailey just rolled a bunch of defensive dice.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, Lolostran's energy ability does nothing.
Oh, interesting. There's a world here where Aaron activates Ramorand, sacrifices the Martyr, rolls yellow, and then modifies it into Sabotage, hitting 2 damage.
Yeah,
and then survives.
That lives. Well, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened. Yeah.
We sacrificed the Revenant.
Okay, for 3 damage. Also good.
Yeah, and there is a Federation Battle Mage in Aaron's hand.
Okay, great.
So there's 3 more damage there.
Aaron's gonna shield. Let's see. 3 more dice will be added to Bailey's board here with the Roaring Fire into what's it called? Ancient Awakener, and that'll add a bunch of damage.
3 instances.
Yep.
So
that's 1, 1, 2, and 2.
Aaron has 1 shield on the red dice that you can't see.
Yeah.
He does have the Ascended in his hand.
Ascended. Yeah, okay. So play the Ascended, activate the Ascended is probably too slow. No, it is too slow.
Yeah, does Bailey have the Killer Instinct?
Yeah, just resolve your 2 your green dice, right? Because Bailey's got 4 damage.
If you resolve your green dice, then Aaron shields.
Does Aaron have a shield?
Yeah, the red dice that's just off camera is a shield. There is one.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got damage off shield and
Bailey used a red dice to do it.
Okay.
So Bailey's actually not presenting lethal in 1 type.
So Aaron's got a turn in which he rolls a shield. We're gaming.
Yeah, it's still not enough to get through the 2 modify.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna have Aaron needs 1 more magic trick, and he's got 3 gems. I think he's down to just a Federation Battle Mage in hand. No, there's 2 cards there.
Yeah.
So Clothbound Apprentice or Remembrance, I think.
Yeah.
Gets him there.
So modify 2 into damage.
Oh, interesting that he modified out of his shields.
Yes, it is.
I think it's not very likely to matter, but I think that is technically incorrect.
If he had modified his black dice or
exactly
dice or whatever.
Then if somehow you don't find lethal, you just have a slightly higher health total going into this round.
Yep. What does Aaron have? Aaron has protective rune marks.
Did not see that one coming.
So Aaron's at 1. He's shielded. Bailey has 1 damage dice, no cards in hand, and a draw 1. This is wild.
This is so tight. So one of the crazy things is I think Protective Rune Marks.
Oh, there's one more damage.
Oh, was that off the Relic Seeker?
Yeah, the Relic Seeker rolls 1 more damage. Oh no.
Okay. And Aaron's down to just a Federation Battle Mage.
I like how it sounds like I'm like rooting for Aaron. This is I just want this game to go as long as possible. This is excellent. All right, one
got the
gem. Federation Battle Mage.
Finding a modify.
Modify the red dice into a shield. It's a miracle.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Bailey will resolve his 1 draw. Probably because tactical reroll the purple and black dice, hoping for 1 instance of damage is all he needs.
Yeah, and it's like 50% probable or more to be lethal.
Aaron doesn't have any other defensive dice to roll.
And Aaron had to throw away a bunch of potential. He had to sacrifice Martyrs and Revenants that were readied because he needed to make the dice now. So he's desperately trading off dice and fighting for the opportunity to roll these couple remaining objects.
Okay, so Bailey rolled modify 2 and blank, which means that's modify into damage. That's your 1 instance of damage. Aaron has 2 actions here. I think Aaron needs to resolve damage and then plan to dig in. Aaron needs to get his damage in right now. Or he has 1 action.
Yeah.
He has 1 action. That's not... Okay. Aaron could now modify his yellow dice into sabotage.
Oh, neat.
That'll... Okay, modify... Okay, or a red dice into a shield. That'll work too. Yep. I think he just knocked his yellow dice. Yeah, okay, great. That's fine. So damage, shield.
Oh my god.
Damage.
Aaron survives the round. And then his return salvo is going to be like 5 or 6?
Yeah. See. Oh man. Yeah.
But he's earned these dice.
Yes, he has. Okay, Bailey's going to dig in on the Lostran and Aaron gets to breathe for once.
Boy.
That's crazy. Okay.
Man, Federation Battle Mage on Martyr?
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
And he's finding some damage.
Yeah.
Right now he gets 3 in.
I don't think he's doing 11 damage.
I don't think he's doing 11 damage.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. He literally could do 11 damage with like a perfect tactical reroll.
Oh, he can draw 1 and then reroll and then find it?
Yeah. Or
he needs to reroll 4 dice with that reroll.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay. And either way.
That's not where we're at.
So draw 1 here.
I can't imagine a card good enough that you keep it here.
I agree. I think Aaron's just gonna tactical reroll the like purple, yellow, black, and keep the draw 2 maybe.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Bailey's down to no cards. Bailey has 2 Roaring Fires in play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
Bailey's
still
first
down the
action
barrel of
is
a gun.
a lot.
But between Clothbound Apprentice, Djoln's Monastery, and Remembrance, there's a lot of things Aaron can draw. Like you saw how this round went.
Yeah.
The number of times that he's just like, whoops, 1 more shield.
Yeah. And with monasteries as well. He could activate Monastery, roll 3 damage, and also get a Clothbound Apprentice to survive.
And if you do that twice, you win the game.
Yeah.
I think you need 4 Clothbounds in the deck for that to work out.
Well, We'll figure something out.
Yeah, you'll do something else the second time.
Okay, well, rolling a bunch of blanks is...
That's fine. You draw your 2.
Draw 2 and then just keep re-rolling? Yeah?
I mean, you definitely re-roll once, but maybe not twice. That was a Remembrance, which is an instance of shield.
It is an instance of shield. He will draw 1 more because he wanted to keep something in his hand. Interesting.
That does make this re-roll quite a bit less potent.
You still do it, though.
Yeah.
Unless his hand is just shields.
Oh, Protective Rune Marks and Remembrance.
Yeah.
But there's an Inquisitor, I think, is the 3rd card.
Okay. Oh, okay, this is actually a really hard decision for Aaron. That's really cool. So it looks like he's getting close to discarding to the Remembrance to his tactical reroll.
Yeah, which is one of the shields.
Here we go. Yellow dice are really bad to reroll here because they have...
Well, that's 1 more damage.
That is 1 more damage off of Ramorand's energy. Okay. So take off your shield hit for 4. Looks like where Aaron will be putting a loss run to 7 health remaining.
So that is a heroic performance by Aaron to force this game to round 5.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right.
Oh
9
boy.
damage. 7 damage Aaron needs to do.
Aaron's board is just
It's
huge.
massive. Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had like 3 actions or something, he could easily just roll so many dice.
Yeah, he could do 22 damage this round.
Yeah, I suppose. But instead, Bailey's just gonna activate Roaring Fire, activate Rumble,
Oh,
shielding
and
the
it
Lostran.
even
like,
shields the
yeah,
Lostran.
yeah. Roaring Fire Rumble is so
It really
good
looks
here.
good here.
All right, and Bailey just found 4 instances.
4
of
instances.
damage. Okay, well, so
Aaron-
good luck, Aaron.
Aaron has a Clothbound Apprentice and a Protective Rune Marks
Oh,
in his
no.
hand. And even if he'd had the Remembrance, he would have been
Yeah.
short 1. He does have the Djoln's Monasteries, so it's not impossible that you can flip something that matters here.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so just Protective Rune Marks, eat it. Clothbound Apprentice, eat it. Activate Djoln's Monastery, pray. Seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Protective Rune Marks cannot put 2 shields on Ramorand if you
Sure.
or on Djoln, or it's Ramorand. Yeah.
Whoever it is. Anyone.
Oh,
They couldn't
that's
put it on
true.
Djoln either.
Yeah, if you play the Rune Marks, you get 2 instances of 1 shield, but you can't have 2 shields.
Sure. Oh, man. Okay, so...
yeah, that's
this
the
makes
lucky
sense.
part, so might as well just do that first.
Yeah. This is all going to hinge on Djoln's Monastery being good here.
I'm not sure there's another Clothbound Apprentice in the deck.
Sabotage is okay.
Yeah, that's the fist bump.
Wow.
Oh, man. Excellent job by
That's
Aaron to
awesome.
battle back there.
Yeah.
Very good for Bailey to have enough control that he didn't let that one slip away.
Yeah. Roaring Fire and Rumble looking real nice there at the very end.
Whew! All right, so that means we've got Bailey advancing to the Survivors match, and we have
Yep.
Aaron eliminated with that one little caveat.
Yeah. We're doing a weird little dead man's bracket thing because of the number of players we had. We just want to go into the next round with a nice even amount of players. You can find more information about that probably on our website by now or soon.
Yeah. I'm not sure that we actually put together a promotional league page on our website, but at the absolute worst, we'll have a recap video at the end of round 32 leading into the round of 16 where we describe where we are and how we got here.
Yes. And until then, stick around for the next video.
Thanks for watching.
This was sweet. All right, see you in the next one.